The following is a presentation of WGN Sports.
The Bulls hit a bump in the road trip last Sunday in New York. But last night's win in Boston got the team back on track, and the Bulls now have a great opportunity to run the table for the rest of the trip before facing Atlanta on Saturday. Last season, Jerry Stackhouse was the rookie phenom in Philadelphia. But Allen Iverson has stolen the show on Broad Street this year, and hopes are high that he and Stack can eventually return the 76ers to their days of glory. Tonight, you've got a North Carolina matchup of Stackhouse and Jordan, the Bulls and Sixers, coming up next. The skyline of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That's Veterans Stadium on the right. The old Spectrum is between the vet and the new Kerr Estates Center. Here in Philadelphia, home of the Philadelphia 76ers, and a sellout crowd on hand to watch the world champion Chicago Bulls take on the homestanding 76ers. Hi, everybody. I'm Wayne Larrabee. Welcome to Bulls basketball on WGN. It's great to have you with us. Well, the Bulls played last night up in Boston and defeated the Celtics. Meanwhile, the 76ers were on the road, blew a 14-point fourth-quarter lead, and lost at Minnesota. So the papers were screaming here in Philadelphia today. But let's talk a little bit about the Bulls as we welcome in Johnny Red Kerr. Michael Jordan, another milestone. This time it happened in an appropriate place, Boston, Massachusetts.
Yes, it happened at the Fleet Center in Boston. Michael Jordan became the 6th all-time leading scorer in the NBA as he passed the favorite son, John Havlicek. And he's not too far behind the big old Oscar Robertson.
Yeah, she might get him before the end of this season. You know, the Bulls bench has played so well throughout this season, outscoring the opposition 42 times in 62 games this year. But the bench now is minus one of its key individuals over the last 6 games, Tony Kukoc.
Well, you look what happened since Tony's out. Everything has been up for Steve Kerr, up for Randy Brown, and for Jason Caffey. Matter of fact, we had a chance to talk to Coach Phil Jackson about it. We said, hey, Coach, tell us a little bit about your bench without Tony.
Well, I think our bench has held up pretty well without Tony coming to the rescue off the bench. But the New York game was a typical example of an experienced team, sometimes nullifying the bench's effect. We didn't have a good bench game in a game against a team that has a very strong bench in Buck Williams, John Starks, and Ward coming off the bench. They only played 3 guys as we played 5 guys. But the thing that's pleased us the most this year is Jason Caffey's performance coming off the bench. He's come out and given us a real strong post sprinter, a guy that gets down the court as a big guy, can finish on the move, and is around the basket for those good shots and three-point plays.
And right, as you can see, when Jason gets the minutes, generally he's been producing of late.
He's done a nice job, specifically in the last 3 games.
Philadelphia 76ers, a team that's struggling. Very young but talented backcourt. Let's start at point guard. It's such an important position to have a rookie running the point of your team like Allen Iverson. Even a talented rookie can sometimes have growing pains.
Well, this guy could be the rookie of the year. We don't know. He leads for rookies. He's up front in an awful lot of categories. Look at that, second in minutes. Now, these are all for rookies, but when you get down to turnovers, he has the most. You don't want that, and he is second in the league overall in turnovers. So he does a good job, but he does throw the ball away.
And learning how to play on this level in the NBA. Now, this Philadelphia team certainly has some big-name talent. You take a look at some of the people around Allen Iverson, and they've got guys like Coleman, Weatherspoon, and Stackhouse.
They're a very good supporting cast, and they should be ready tonight.
All right, the Philadelphia 76ers and the Chicago Bulls. The second half of a back-to-back for both. And we'll be back with the starting lineup, the opening tip just ahead on WGN. Back at Kerr State Center in Philadelphia, the lights have been dimmed for the introduction to the home team, the Philadelphia 76ers, for tonight's game with the Chicago Bulls. And let's take a look at the starting lineup. Scottie Pippen gets it going up front for the Bulls.
Oh, Scottie got up to a great start last night. He had 14 points in that first quarter.
Complimenting Pippen on the front line, Dennis Rodman.
Didn't get not many altercations last night, just 1 or 2.
In the middle, Luke Longley.
Luke Longley, it'd be nice to get a big game out of Luke tonight.
At the guard line, Ron Harper.
Ronnie's struggling a little bit now. Needs to get that confidence back.
And Michael Jordan completes the starting quintet.
Always has that confidence.
Phil Jackson, the head coach of the Bulls. That's what he's done against the Philadelphia 76ers. Matter of fact, the Bulls have won 13 in a row over the 76ers in the series. For the Sixers, Clarence Weatherspoon is the starting forward.
A very silent guy, but he really plays a good small forward.
Derek Coleman is on the opposite.
Boy, this guy's had ups and downs against the Bulls.
In the middle, former Bull Scott Williams.
Yes, Scott Williams. Good to see him back.
Allen Iverson in the backcourt.
Well, he will give the Bulls a lot of trouble with the penetration.
And Jerry Stackhouse rounds out the starting lineup for the Sixers.
Another North Carolina guard going head-to-head with a North Carolina guard.
Johnny Davis in just his first season as an NBA head coach. Davis, 17th head coach in franchise history. The Bulls are playing 4 games in 5 nights. And we talked to Phil Jackson about the back-to-back situation and how he handles the minutes for the veteran players on his team.
Well, Grant Hill has had a spectacular career since he's come into the NBA as the 3rd pick in the draft 3 years ago. Has consistently improved.
Obviously, we had Phil Jackson talking about Grant Hill, something that you'll see down the line, I'm sure, later. But Phil mentioned that he's going to be juggling minutes now here tonight on the back end of a back-to-back situation. Then Friday night and Saturday night, another back-to-back situation for the Chicago Bulls. By the way, Phil likes Grant Hill as a player, Johnny.
Yes.
You want to know that. Sixers lead the series overall. Much of that built up in the 1970s and early 80s. But the Bulls have won 12 in a row here in the 90s. Dennis Rodman ready to get things underway for the Bulls.
Oh, I was not ready for that.
Nope.
Oh,
He got you that time.
I was right down there putting the officials' names down, and wham, did he hit us with a low there.
Scottie Pippen coming off a 27-point performance last night in Boston. The Sixers in the home whites with a blue trim and the Bulls in their road red uniforms. There are the officials for tonight's game, and we're underway. Bulls control the opening tip. Pippen quick shovel over to Harper. Luke Longley banging away at it. Taken away by Weatherspoon, and now here is Iverson. Iverson and Stackhouse the back line, and then Williams, Coleman, and Weatherspoon up front for the Sixers. Weatherspoon on the block against Pippen. Double down from Harper. Back outside they go to Iverson. Spoon with the screen. Iverson to the right hand for the first points of the game. 2-0 Philadelphia. Longley against Scott Williams, and Luke to the left hand for his first 2. Tied at 2 apiece. One thing Phil Jackson talked about at practice this morning was that he felt the Bulls could do some business down low on the blocks here against this Philadelphia team. Williams with a chip shot. Coleman tries it loose. Coleman, DC for 3. Boy, the Bulls just waited for that rebound to carry him to the floor. Iverson picked it up. Now Coleman again high off the glass. Rodman takes the board. Lead for Jordan, misdirected and stolen by Iverson. Opening 2 minutes. Iverson quick move around MJ, and Jordan picks up the foul. That's his first. First on the team. Early going in this first quarter from Kerr State Center in Philadelphia. Stackhouse to Derek Coleman. Pippen the rebound. Bulls look to take the lead here. Scottie Pippen on the drive, and it's stripped away. Williams, the baseball feed of Stackhouse, intercepted by Dennis Rodman. Played it like a free safety. Now Pip on the block. And Iverson pin outside Harper for three. He's been struggling from the arc of late. Coleman to Stackhouse, and the Sixers assemble. John, Philadelphia is the type of team that'll love to push it up the floor as much as they can. Stackhouse hits the three-point jumper, and the Sixers lead it 5-2. They can get this game into the open floor. They'd like to run with the young guards they have. Harper, backdoor from Rodman, held by Iverson. Iverson's first personal. That's the first on the team. Phil Jackson in his 8th year for the Bulls on the bench. Jordan, the turnaround. So Michael heard from offensively for the first time tonight. Sixers by 1. Iverson, boy, that quick step. Weatherspoon, as he tried to elevate, was fouled on the play.
So Weatherspoon just standing around watching what Iverson does. He drives through, lays that ball off, and puts his teammate to the free throw line.
You know, Red, here's a guy who has really had to adjust his game over the last 2 years with the addition of Jerry Stackhouse, who's going to get his shots per game, and Allen Iverson. Stackhouse and Iverson combined for an average of 33 shot attempts a game. And some of those shots are coming from Weatherspoon's.
Boy, then you bring in Derek Coleman, a new player with this ball club.
And he certainly gets his shots. Nice lead to Luke Longley, did not finish. My goodness. And here is Stack. Intended for Coleman. Rodman to Scottie Pippen in traffic. Bulls again look to take the lead here. And Michael Jordan for three. Dennis Rodman. Michael gets the step on Stackhouse. Now the turnaround. And he hits. 4 for Jordan. Michael 2 for 3 from the field. Bulls and Sixers tied at 6 apiece. Iverson baseline. Coleman stopped by Longley. Picked up by Harper. A lead for Scottie Pippen. 4 quick points by the Bulls, and they have the lead. Just under 8 minutes to go in this first half, and Johnny Davis wants a timeout on the 76er bench. Does he want a 20 or a full timeout? Apparently he's going to take a 20 timeout. Just a 20-second timeout. A late indication from Coach Davis. He just wants to settle down his team. Johnny, they're coming off a loss last night in Minnesota where they blew a 14-point lead. A game like that, does that have a lingering effect on a team?
Well, it's hard to wonder if it does, because this team has not had good success on the road or at home. They're almost an equal team, 8-22, 8-23 on the road. But yeah, they thought they had that one in the jar coming home last night and to face the Bulls, and they let it get away. 8 turnovers they had in the last 7 minutes, and did not play well.
And John, you know, they went the final 6:03 without a field goal, missing the last 6 shots they took in the ball game from the floor. So it was a complete collapse in that 4th quarter by the 76ers. Stackhouse had the ball popped loose. I believe Michael had a piece of it. Now Harper. Bulls form a triangle to the left block. Reverse to Scottie Pippen. Now Luke Longley. Luke driving the lane.
And a dunk with the left hand. Good move. He put that ball down. Came from the top of the key.
Sixers have made 3 turnovers in their last 3 possessions. Bulls leading by 4. Iverson connects off the baseline. He has 4. Iverson averaging 21 points a game. Iverson near steal there as he gambled. Harper comes up with it. Michael loses Stackhouse. Derek Coleman. Nice lob into Stackhouse. He draws the foul. Luke Longley, I believe, although Rodman was closing in the play as well, but Luke gets called for the foul. It is his first and the third on the team. Sixers take a full timeout here with 6:52 to go. First quarter, and the Bulls on top by 2. On Saturday, March 15th, when the Bulls battle the Atlanta Hawks, it is Dominic's and Tony's night at the Bulls game. The first 10,000 fans entering the United Center will receive a Bulls apron, compliments of Dominic's and Tony's Frozen Pizza. Luke Longley, moments ago. Take a look at this, Red, because McDonald's is donating $25 to charitables every time Luke and any Bull slam dunks in tonight's game. We saw Luke get a close-in shot off a break earlier and not finish. That time he finished. Stackhouse at the line. Rebound back temporarily by Scott Williams. Here's Iverson. Iverson penetrates. Tried to kick it back out. Nobody expecting the pass, and it was last touched by the Bulls, however. It will belong to Philadelphia with 18 to go on the shot clock. Sixers get a lot of their shot production and points off the backcourts as you look at the turnover situation. Philadelphia leads the league in turnovers, a dubious category to lead, and the Bulls have scored 6 points off the turnovers tonight. But the backcourt for the Sixers has produced 7 of the 9 Philadelphia points. And the Bulls, meanwhile, their backcourt has produced 4 points on 2 of 6 shooting, and that's Michael Jordan, who has made the 2 field goals. Pippen just lost it. Derek Coleman almost traveled. Iverson cranks up a 3. Ring it up. Iverson with 7 points.
20-second timeout for the Bulls.
6:05. We're almost halfway through this first quarter. Phil Jackson and the Bulls now down by 2 at 12-10. And as we mentioned, both teams did play last night, and both teams traveled here to Philadelphia last night. So perhaps that's one of the reasons for the slow start. On Tuesday, March 18th, the Bulls will be battling the Seattle Supersonics. Should be a great game. It's going to be a great night to be at the United Center. It's Miller's Static Sticker Night. First 10,000 fans aged 21 and over entering the United Center will receive a Bulls static sticker, compliments of Miller. Wayne Larrabee, Johnny Red Kerr back at Kerr State's Center in Philadelphia. This is one of the new buildings around the NBA. Doesn't appear to be quite as big as the United Center. Jordan gets loose. Dennis, the offensive board. Rodman clears off the glass. Rebound caroms over to Derek Coleman. Iverson sets up. Weatherspoon setting a screen. Now a screen roll to Weatherspoon. Back to Iverson. A little 2-man game. Iverson pulls up and hits the 20-footer. Boy, someone better locate Allen Iverson. He's up to 9 points in this first quarter. Pippen for 3, and he registers. Scottie with 5. Bulls down by 1. Scott Williams. Ron Harper, the lead. Scottie Pippen. And he beats his former teammate to the goal. 7 for Pippen. Bulls by 1. Iverson, a quick step. Stackhouse penetrates, knocked away, and last touch by the Sixers. So it'll belong to Chicago. Randy Brown into the ball game, replacing Ron Harper.
Tough matchup here for Harper against Iverson.
I think this is a game where you're going to see a lot of Randy Brown because of that matchup, Brad. The quickness on quickness.
I don't expect Randy to stop him, but maybe he can keep in front of him a little bit. Michael
in the lane, and he was fouled on the pass. Foul is on Scott Williams, his first. Second on the team. Scottie Pippen able to shake loose on the last foray for the Bulls.
A good left-hand pass down the floor by Ronnie Harper. Pip picks it up. He sees Scott Williams coming. He says, "Here, Scotty, just take it in the Browns."
That ball was kicked by Derek Coleman as we resume, so the Bulls get a fresh shot clock. Derek Coleman, the former New Jersey net. Talented, but oftentimes a troubled performer. Randy out high. Here's Rodman. Now Scottie Pippen. Tough pass to Luke, stolen by DC. Iverson on the run against Brown. Iverson gets credit for it. He has 11. Sixers by 1 as we seesaw in this first quarter. Michael with 10 to go on the shot clock. Finds Luke. Coleman the rebound. Going to be a tough night for Dennis on the boards, it looks like. Iverson trying to penetrate, and does. Here comes Scottie Pippen. Opportunity for the Bulls to run. Pippen on the pull-up. Pippen with 9 points coming off that 27-point game he had at Boston. Scottie off to a 4-for-4 shot from the field. Three and a half to go in the first quarter. Weatherspoon, tough shot. Jordan fouled from behind by Coleman. Or is it going to be on Scott Williams? Apparently they got Williams. Okay, second on Scott, third on the team.
Comes Michael Cage, will come in for Scott Williams.
Michael Cage, who has played the last couple of years at Cleveland, and prior to that, a long career at Seattle.
Not a big scoring threat, but pretty good rebounder. Now, lazy pass by Pip, and it's stolen by Stackhouse and slam.
And the 76ers recapture the lead at 18-17. Bulls are not really in a very good rhythm or sync here tonight so far. Michael. Scottie not expecting the pass. Iverson, it appeared, came over to help out on Michael that time and dissuaded Jordan from taking the shot. Michael passed up the shot, sent it over to Scottie, not expecting it. The turnover by the Bulls is their 6th in this first quarter, and they trail with 2:53 to go in the opening stanza. Wayne Larrabee, Johnny Wright Kerr back at Core State Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Bulls are trailing by 1, and the 76er guards are really getting it done here tonight.
Good steal by Stackhouse here on a lazy pass by Pip. Stackhouse goes up and hammers it down.
76er backcourt, 17 points already in this game. 17 to the 18 Philadelphia points.
Yeah, how about this? Bulls forwards are outscoring them 9-1.
Stackhouse.
Somebody, when you got a 17-18 game, somebody's doing something for both teams, I would think.
Here's Randy Brown trying to push it. Luke Longley. Bulls look a little crisper on this trip, moving that ball a little quicker. Michael left it short, and the Sixers leading by 1 take over. Stackhouse and Iverson in the backcourt. Cage up front with Derek Coleman. DC on the backside, stopped by Luke Longley, but fouled by Longley. Second on Luke, 4th on the team.
So Mark Davis comes in for Witherspoon. Michael leaves. Harper comes in for him, and to the free throw line, Derek Coleman will shoot 2 free throws. You said Phil was going to try to rest guys, and because of the game last night.
So making use of the bench early and often. Coleman, his first point of the game. He'll have another. Coleman, 22 points, 6 rebounds against the Bulls here in December. These two teams hooked up on December 21st with the Bulls winning 111-105. Previous to that, second game of the season, a 115-86 win for the Bulls in Chicago. Coleman buries a pair. The Sixers lead by 3. Davis misdirected that pass, but Dennis there to collect. Randy Brown gets an open look from the corner. Knocked out of bounds, and I think it's going to be Chicago ball, yes.
Steve Kerr comes in now for who? For Randy Brown.
Let's pause for station identification.
Also in the ball game, Jason Cappy. And for Dennis Ron.
Wayne Larrabee, Johnny Red Kerr, Jason Cappy reports on for the first time tonight. So the Bulls with some restructuring of their lineup. Harper and Kerr the backcourt. Cappy and Pippen to the forwards. Luke Longley in the middle. Kerr running hard. Got an open look in close, and it just would not stay down. Davis claims the board. Iverson with the high dribble against Kerr. Watch the crossover. There it is. Coleman on the reverse. Scored and a foul.
The quickness of this young Sixer team makes you wonder how come they've only won 16 games. They really penetrate, kick it back out. And here he comes in. Now you'd think that they might want to take the charging foul, but Steve Kerr picks that foul up, and the Bulls are in all kinds of trouble here.
DC hits on a three-point play. He has 5 points in the game. Sixers by 6. Biggest lead for either team. Kerr. First 2 points of the game for Steve Kerr. Coming up on a minute left to be played in the first quarter.
Isolation here.
Iverson, nice dish. Coleman in close.
Boy, no help at all. The Bulls' interior defense has been tragic in the last several games.
And you know, Red, where you could really see that was New York the other day. The Knicks, whenever they penetrated, they went in unabated. Off the back of the rim for Kerr, but Scottie Pippen hustles. Longley, Jason Cappy. Stolen by Coleman. Has numbers to Iverson. Jason collects at the baseline. Scottie Pippen. His pull-up for 2. Luke in position for the rebound. Blocked by Davis. It'll belong to Chicago as it's knocked out of bounds by Michael Cage. Judd Bushler up off the bench reports on for Scottie Pippen.
Well, there's just almost 24 seconds left in this first quarter.
Harper looking on the inbounds, finds Jason out at the top.
Now this would be a peculiar finish here. With normally it's Scottie or Michael with the ball on top.
Both Jordan and Pippen are out of the game at the moment. Luke had it knocked away and then traveled. Oh, he apparently did not have it knocked away. He just lost the handle on it and then traveled. 8 turnovers by the Bulls. My goodness.
Indecision by Luke. He didn't know if he wanted to go right or left. He just kept sort of whirling out there.
Iverson. Rex Walters for 3. And the first quarter comes to a close. The Philadelphia 76ers earn a rousing round of applause from their hometown fans. The Bulls held to just 19 points in this first quarter. Iverson, meanwhile, 11 points on his own. Scottie did have a good quarter for the Bulls, but they trail as we go to the second.
Hey, basketball fan.
Sixers up by 6 as we start the second quarter, but first off, here's Red with tonight's Ameritech playbook. Red.
Okay, Steve Kerr behind a screen by big Luke Longley. He's just going to get around that screen, penetrate down the middle, and Cage does not pick him up enough. Steve stops at the 15-footer and knocks it in.
Back live, Rex Walters hits a jumper for 2, and the Sixers extend the advantage now to 27-19. 8-point lead, biggest for either team. Wennington was fouled by Iverson. Second on Iverson, first on the team, and Bill Wennington will be heading to the free throw line. Iverson tried to pull up but couldn't help himself. Doug Overton getting set to report on for Philadelphia as Wennington readies at the line. Wennington did not play last night at Boston. And a reminder, Lou Malnati's ships their Chicago-style deep dish pizza anywhere in the U.S. of A. Just call 1-800-LOU-TO-GO to place your order. for Chicago-style pizza anywhere. Wennington drops home a pair. And the Bulls trail by 6. Some pressure in the backcourt. Kerr, Bushler, Brown, Wennington, and Caffey on the floor for the Bulls. Overton has taken over at the point for the Sixers. There's Rex Walters up and firing. Davis rebounds. Davis, Cage, and Weatherspoon up front for Philadelphia. Overton, local product, Dobbins High School in Philadelphia. Weatherspoon over Caffey. Knocked out of bounds. I believe Judd Bushler touched it last. Should belong to Philadelphia, and it does.
This is where the Bulls will struggle, and they will attack the offensive boards on him because there's not a real strong rebounder in there. They're all good rebounders, but not anything like when Dennis can come in and control it.
Absolutely. A minute gone by, second quarter. Walters. Many in the Chicagoland area remember Walters played briefly at Northwestern. Overton from the outside for 2. 8-point lead, Philadelphia. Davis knocked it out of play. Well, there's no question, Red, that so far here tonight, the quicker team has been this Philadelphia team overall.
Yeah, they're overplaying the wings. They stole one ball. Stackhouse went in, and now Mark West overplayed that corner and just tapped it out of bounds.
Take a look at the run Sixers have produced over almost 5 minutes now. Bushler. Brown gets the open look. Caffey on the rebound, loose ball foul. Jason picks it up. It's his first and the first on the team in the second quarter. Walters. That's what he's paid to do, hit jump shots, and he's got 2 of them to give the Sixers their biggest lead of the night. Wennington at the high post to Randy Brown on the drive. Boy, just unable to finish, in close. Overton pull up. Brown back the other way for the Bulls. Wennington on the trail. Oftentimes that big man Red will get an open look when he comes down a little bit late on the break like that. Secondary break, they call it.
That's what Bill loves, is the 15-footer. Baseline either side or right top. He knocked that in from the free throw line.
Weatherspoon give and go with Davis. Nicely done.
Well, they've got 4 hoops in this quarter, and all of them come off basic plays, a give and go.
10-point lead, Philadelphia equals its biggest of the night. Kerr for 3. Oh. Wennington and a loose ball foul. And again coming up on the Bulls. It is on Bill Wennington.
Here's the last Philly basket. They just come down. Mark Davis takes it, throws it into center, cuts, takes the ball back, lays it up and in. Nothing fancy.
Nope. Very basic. Walters, some penetration. Overton. Oh, look at the high dribble he has. Kind of carries the ball as well. Weatherspoon gets an open look. Clarence Weatherspoon with 3. He's averaged 13 points and 7 rebounds a game in the 2 contests against the Bulls this season. Philadelphia leading by 12. Kerr spaces the floor. Judd Bushler.
1 shot and out.
Davis. And again, the Bulls without Pippen or Jordan on the floor. Dennis Rodman also on the bench. Davis on the drive. Cage the tip.
Bill just letting them play through this now. They're not playing very well. Their bench with 10 points now all in this quarter.
Brown. Jason Caffey. Bushler underneath. Good look by Jason. I'm not sure Judd was expecting a pass in close like that, but nonetheless, he's able to convert, and the Bulls trail by 12. Walters trying to deal baseline. Did he run out of real estate? Apparently he did.
Yes, he did.
I thought maybe they'd call a push, but not the case. Good defensive position on this play.
Jason will go down, force him just a little bit, and he just dribbles right out with it.
Steve Kerr for three. Second leading three-point shooter in the NBA. Well, the Bulls have pulled back to within 9, and a timeout called by Philadelphia. No Jordan, no Pippen, no Rodman. Yet the Bulls trying to make a comeback with the shock troops. The bench is on for the Bulls with 7:02 to go. Second quarter on a tough night in Philly. Johnny Red Kerr for State's Center in Philadelphia. Hey, coming up Saturday, March 15th, when the Bulls battle the Atlanta Hawks. It is Dominic Santoni's night of the Bulls game, and it should be a great time. First 10,000 fans entering the United Center receive a Bulls apron. Compliments of Dominic Santoni's frozen pizza. That apron will come in handy. The barbecues this summer. Well, I mentioned for a while there in that second quarter, the Bulls went without Michael and Dennis and Pip, and all three are back now. Bulls trailed by as many as 14. They are back to within 9, and now the big guns return. Weatherspoon turnaround over Rodman. Spoon beginning to heat up, has 5 points. Sixers by 11. Jordan.
Travel?
Yes, he did.
That shoe gave out on him, I guess.
It slipped a little, didn't it? Michael be on the phone to what, Phil Knight? Maybe as early as halftime. 6.5 to go. First half. Oh, Iverson. Yes, he'll take it from way downtown. That was from Market Street, for goodness sakes. Scottie off the screen by Bill Wennington. Scottie gets in close. You know, Red, even the shots in close don't come easy tonight, do they?
No, I think he just sort of put that up with the left hand so he could go at it. He knew he had pretty good inside position. Sometimes you see those guys do that, put it up on the glass and then try to chase it down.
Coleman pull up over Wennington, and Rodman is there to wipe it clean. Sixers by 9. Under 6 minutes to go, second quarter. Wennington from the elbow.
6 points for Big Bill.
Did you hear that one go through? My goodness. Spoon. Right through that cord. Sixers by 7. Iverson looking to do business around a screen by Coleman. He wanted screen roll. DC wasn't rolling anywhere, and he throws it away out of bounds as a result. This one not the point guard's fault.
No, this one he sets a pretty good screen and thinks that Iverson's going up because he has so many times there.
Wennington gets an open look. Coleman had it knocked away by Pippen, but picked off by Iverson. Davis on the reverse. Nine-point lead, Philadelphia. Seven to go on the shot clock for Pippen.
Jump hook in order? Nope.
Wennington again at the elbow.
Oh, Wennington with 8 in this quarter.
Wennington has hit 3 of 4 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line.
That'll keep you from doubling down, won't it?
Stackhouse. Steve Kerr first to the ball. Bulls can close within 5. Wennington this time goes to the lane and knocked it away. Tomahawk out of there. Last touch by the Sixers. Believed Eric Coleman knocked it out. Scottie Davis in his first year as a head coach. Assistant to P.J. Carlesimo out at Portland the last 2 seasons. Michael. And the Chicago Bulls are now back to within 5 with 4 minutes to go this second quarter. Iverson trying to shovel it over to Weatherspoon, knocked out of bounds by the Bulls. It'll belong to Philadelphia. Scott Williams up off the bench, getting ready to report back on for the 76ers. He replaces Mark Davis, so the Sixers go to their more conventional lineup of Williams in the middle with Weatherspoon and Derek Coleman to the forwards. Iverson to Stackhouse, the backcourt. Scott Williams had to go right through his hands, and a foul on Derek Coleman as he took the foul to stop Scottie Pippen from getting out on the break. Coleman's first, second on the team.
Steal here by Pip. He just reaches in. Scott Williams wasn't really ready for the ball.
No. We've seen a lot of that here tonight. On both ends, I might add. Bulls are down by 5. Michael off the mark. Williams the rebound. Iverson quickly to the attack. Stackhouse with 10 to go on the shot clock. Tough shot over Wennington. Dennis rebounds. Outlet to MJ. Michael. Yes. Foul. Score the field goal.
I think that's on Iverson, his third. So Michael makes the turnaround jumper on the fast break. Take a look at it. He comes down. He draws plenty of attention here. Makes the little pivot move. It's hit in the back of the head. Doug Overton in now for Iverson.
Well, Iverson is going to have to spend some extended minutes on the bench as a result of his foul trouble. 9 points for Michael. And the Bulls are back to within 2. Coming up on 3 minutes to go in this first half. Stackhouse clears the screen by Coleman. 8 for Jerry Stackhouse. 3 of 6 shooting from the floor. Stackhouse a splendid ball game last night with 34 points and 4 assists at Minnesota. 10 to go on the shot clock. Dennis up high. Pitt for 3. Bring it up. 14 for Scottie.
Funny how that can be unfriendly with you, that 3-point shot. Now Scottie's got 2 of them down tonight.
He was 0 for 6 last night and had been 1 for 15 over the last 3 games coming into tonight. Through the hands of Weatherspoon. Williams able to collect. 5 to go on the shot clock. Derek Coleman, he's not going to pass this. No, he's going to shoot it.
Pippen fell on top of Steve.
He almost took Steve off that play.
Oh, yes.
Beautiful feed from Kerr to Rodman.
Rodman gets his first basket, and the Bulls come right back and lead now by 1.
Sixers led by 14 points earlier in the second quarter. Under 2 minutes to go, first half. Kerr with the steal. Nope, not quite. 4 to go on the shot clock. Overton for 3. Here comes Michael Jordan. Bulls have made 7 of their last 9 shots. Pippen again for 3. Ring it.
Yes, sir. Pip with back-to-back threes. 17. The Bulls lengthen that lead out to 4.
Final minutes, first half. Stackhouse dared by Jordan to shoot from the arc. Scott Williams, the rebound, was fouled on the putback. Foul is on Billy Wennington, his second and the third on the team. And first in the last 2 minutes, we've got a timeout on the floor. 69 seconds to go in this first half. The Bulls lead by 4. Johnny Red Kerr back in Philadelphia where the Bulls have recaptured the lead.
Well, let's see how they did it. Really, here's Steve Kerr. Watch him with a brilliant quick pass underneath to Dennis Rodman. Rodman picks it up, lays it off the glass and in. And then Michael Jordan takes the ball, comes down here. He sees Scottie come out in front. Scottie looks, says, hey, I've hit 2 for 2. Let me try another one. 3 for 3. I like it.
First 16 minutes of the ball game, the Bulls 23 points, but last 6 minutes 24 points, and a lot of it coming from Scottie Pippen at the arc. He is heating up after a cold spell of 3 games. At the free throw line, Scott Williams, the former Chicago Bull. Good to see Scott healthy for a change. So often in his Philadelphia career, he has been on the injured list when we arrive here. What's on tap? Well, we'll be back on the air Friday from New Jersey, Continental Arena, 6:30 Central Time start. Williams puts in on a pair. 2-point lead, Chicago. Stackhouse gamble. Randy Brown out of the corner. Weatherspoon rebounds over Cappy. Under a minute to go. Overton clears. Dennis handles the board. Michael for 3.
Oh, that one was halfway down the jar, wasn't it?
Maybe 3/4 of the way down.
Well, they wanted a 2 for 1, so
we're going to get it.
Johnny Davis says, get the 2 play here.
2. 6-second difference. Shot clock to game clock.
Looks like it's a post up for Derek Coleman.
That's what it is. 5 to go. Coleman over to Stackhouse. Almost threw it away. Stackhouse. Oh, with the shot clock sounding. Stackhouse buries it for 2. He has 10. Final seconds. Pippen was fouled.
They had a foul to take.
Clarence Weatherspoon's first. That's the first on the Sixers in the last 2 minutes of the quarter. Steve Kerr reinserted into the lineup for the Bulls in place of Randy Brown. The Bulls have 3 seconds with which to work, and now Davis back on, and he is going to get Scott Williams. Bushler also into the lineup for the Bulls, and Dennis Rodman comes off. Rodman with 8 rebounds in this first half. 3 seconds to go in the half. Pippen over the top to MJ. The pull up on Stackhouse.
Oh, nothing but net. A long deuce, nothing but net. A fadeaway. Wow.
11 for Michael Jordan. The Bulls started very slowly here tonight, but they closed quickly in the later stages of the second quarter. Michael's jumper gives the Bulls a 49-47 advantage at the half. This is this week, busy week. Friday at New Jersey, then back home against Atlanta, Seattle on Tuesday, and at Indiana on Friday. All of those games will be seen here on WGN.
Well, Phil saw his team go down by 14, let him play through that, Wayne. You know, let them get themselves back on their feet, and they did a nice job of it. Phil Wennington with 8 second quarter points did a nice job. Well, you know what? There's some birthdays around today, one by a player, one by a coach. The coach, Jimmy Rogers, standing next to Luke Longley there. Jimmy, the assistant coach. He was born on March 12th in 43. And if you look down, Rex Waller, who we just showed in the highlight film, making a basket. And that second guy on the list, Erwin Muller, was a center for the Chicago Bulls in their very, very first season.
And his coach was Johnny Red Kerr.
You got it.
Coach of the year that year.
But you have to wait till July for mine.
Oh.
You guys are walking my legs off to one of these cigar stores. Man, I'm going to be in the best shape I've ever been, except I'm developing plantar fasciitis like everybody else just from walking in my sneakers.
There's a rash of that going on through this basketball club, and I was expecting you to get it next. Bulls by 2 as we start the third quarter. starting quintet on the floor for Philadelphia. Stackhouse and Iverson in the backcourt. Weatherspoon with Scott Williams and Derek Coleman up front. This is Weatherspoon. Tough move off the glass. Longley retrieves for the Bulls. Jordan teaming up with Harper in the backcourt for the Bulls. And then, of course, Rodman, Pippen, and Longley up front. Luke finds Michael. Weatherspoon rebounds. Just underway in this third quarter. Biggest lead for the Sixers tonight was 14 points midway through the second quarter. Biggest lead for the Bulls, 4 points. Iverson. They work to Stackhouse. 8 to go on the shot clock, and Stackhouse with the turnaround. Luke Longley takes the board. Rodman had 8 rebounds in that first half to lead the Bulls. Jordan off a mammoth screen by Longley. Michael had too much time to line that one up. And now Rodman trying to find Luke Longley. Nice pass. Good catch by Luke as well.
Good pass by Dennis. Dennis passes very well. You know, in this offense, you see him set up a lot down low and catches guys going to the basket.
Scott Williams. Iverson being chased by Harper. Iverson, boy, does he have a quick step. Tipped by Scott Williams. Williams with 4. Bulls by 2. Luke wants it on the block, and again, Phil Jackson felt that his people down low could do a job on the 76ers. Pippen from the outside. Luke the rebound. Got a push coming up on Luke Longley. It's his third personal foul, first on the team. Luke Longley with 6 points here tonight. He also has 4 rebounds. Iverson watched by Harper. Now they go down low. Derek Coleman. Rodman. Whoa, right through the hands of Pippen to Luke. Now Scottie.
What is, somebody catch that ball and get a stick.
Iverson knocks it away. 3 to go. Scottie Pippen tees it up.
What a result. Bulls couldn't hold that thing. It was like a wild Mustang in there.
And Pippen hits the tray as the shot clock buzzer sounds.
That's 4 trays for him tonight.
Stackhouse had it stripped, I believe, by Harper. Lead for Scottie Pippen. Goaltending on Weatherspoon. Score the field goal for Pippen. He has 22.
Not a very good decision because that was a tough shot for Pip to make. And he just tries to avoid the charge here on the play. Now watch this. This was not a good decision. But Pip will take it. He's got 22.
Yeah, that shot was probably going to be a miss, right?
Yes.
At least it looked like it was coming up short. Iverson watched by Harper. Passes out of a double team. Weatherspoon gets the step on Dennis. Back tap by Luke, but to Jerry Stackhouse. Sixers have a fresh shot clock. Stackhouse blocking foul on Scottie. Only his first personal, but the second on the team. Scottie thought he had good position on that play, but the official, his opinion is the only one that counts. Harper takes it away from Iverson. Pippen running with Weatherspoon. On the drive, draws contact in the foul.
Good defensive play on this end by the Bulls. They get out and start running, and Weatherspoon picks up his second foul. Let's take a look at it here. Harp just takes the ball away from Iverson, his first turnover, and now Pippen comes down and lays that ball up. He'll shoot a couple. His first trip to the line tonight.
Scottie Pippen, 9 for 12 from the field here tonight. Puts in on his first, and he'll have another. He is 4 for 4 from the arc. Timeout taken by the 76ers. 8.5 minutes to go in this third period. The Philadelphia 76ers are trailing the Chicago Bulls 57-. Back in Philadelphia, hey fans, on Tuesday, March 18th, when the Bulls battle the Seattle Supersonics, it is Miller's Static Sticker Night. First 10,000 fans aged 21 and over entering the United Center receive a Bulls static sticker, compliments of Miller. Well, Scottie Pippen has been lighting it up from the arc. He is 4 for 4 tonight from three-point land, and here is his latest.
Well, in the last 3 minutes now, they've got one basket of this quarter. That Scott Williams got that tip in on a missed shot.
Scottie's working the rest of the team. Coleman misses. Rodman rebounds. Outlet to Pippen, who just split a pair at the free throw line. Luke down low, and Williams over the back on the foul. Scott Williams picks up his third, second on the team.
This is a tough way to try to stop an entry pass by leaning over the left shoulder with the hand around the guy's back.
Well, you know, and that's part of why you have always preached playing in front of the postman to deny the interior feed. Michael, they cleared out for him against Stackhouse. Luke comes over to get a 15-footer. Now Scottie Pippen. Bulls reload the offense. Michael, 4-3, ring it up.
He reloaded all right, didn't he? Michael with his first 3 of the night. He's got 14.
Jordan 6 of 14 overall from the field. Whirling move by Iverson. My goodness, 13 for Allen Iverson.
It's the first basket he had. He had 11 in the first quarter.
Exactly right. 7.5 to go, third quarter. Bulls by 9. Michael. 16 for Jordan. He's hit 2 in a row. Bulls on top. Iverson from deep. Nice stroke. He has 16. He's hit 2 in a row. He's matching Michael here in the third quarter. Bulls leading by 8. Pip out front. Now Michael Jordan wanted to go right back to Scottie. Iverson slips and falls, and they're going to say he was helped to the floor by Luke Longley, and that's Luke's 4th personal. They say Luke kind of tripped him up.
Yeah, he was on his way down the floor with that, and Luke just gave him a little belt.
Just under 7 minutes to go in the third. Weatherspoon finds Stackhouse. Nice back cut on Michael. Stackhouse to the lane. Off the baseline, and he could not finish. This is the great finisher, Michael Jordan, but that one didn't stay down. Stackhouse for 3 again.
He just came down, pulled up. He's got 19.
Make that Iverson. I believe I said Stackhouse. It was Iverson.
You're right.
My apology, I misspoke. Probably not the first time it's happened, and it certainly won't be the last. 57 for the Sixers, 62 for the Bulls, who lead by 5 and have the ball. Luke. Weatherspoon rebounds. Sixers looking to put together a run here as we near the halfway point, third quarter. Boy, a little hesitation move on Harper gets Iverson the baseline. Nice speed. Scott Williams denied by Longley. Williams gets it back. This time he's fouled by either Luke or Dennis, and they're going to call it on Dennis Rodman. Watch it from Luke's denial.
Well, here comes Iverson down. He drops it off. He makes a good block here, but they don't come up with the ball. And then Williams goes up again with the left hand and draws the foul.
Yeah, Dennis pushed him in the back. Bulls have 4 team fouls now. Scott Williams misses his first at the line. Bill Wennington is in. And again, Luke has a seat on the bench now with 4 personal fouls.
Bill had that nice quarter with 8 points in the second quarter.
Scott Williams missed a pair. Coleman, and it's stripped away by Wennington, picked up by Iverson. And he has made 4 shots in a row. 21 points for Iverson, 10 of which have come here in this third quarter. And the Sixers are back to within 3.
Bulls had their hand on that rebound twice and couldn't control it.
Fouls coming up on Weatherspoon.
Chase Scottie from the top of the key just grabbed him when he got in front of him. Johnny Davis didn't like that.
Bulls lead it by 3, and they had an 11-point lead not long ago, but the Sixers have been on a 10-2 run the last couple of minutes. And things have tightened considerably, as we say. Harper into the lane. Wennington gets an open look and hits the chip shot. Bill Wennington with 10 points now on 4 of 5 shooting from the field. Iverson. Coleman sets a high screen. Harper stays with him. Iverson lost his footing. Harper on the run, goes in on Coleman. DC takes him down and gets called for the foul. Coleman's second, 4 on the team.
It looked like Iverson slipped down here, and Harp just took the ball, went on all the way down, and then you see that foul on Coleman as he caught up. He makes a little crossover dribble here, and down he goes. Can't get the ball. Harper just picks the ball up, and here Coleman grabs him once, and now they come down, they grab him again.
You know, sometimes Iverson is too quick for his own good. Harper makes good on his first. Well, Iverson leading this dubious category of turnovers per game. Stackhouse and Iverson, that starting backcourt, accounting for roughly 8 turnovers per contest. And Harper with his first 2 points in the game. Ron has been very quiet of late. The last few weeks. Intended for Scott Williams. Rodman's hustle to Jordan. Here is Harper.
Beautifully done. Michael, if he threw anything less than that bullet, it would have never got down there.
So the Bulls spurt to a 9-point advantage, and Johnny Davis calls timeout on the 76er bench. Dennis Rodman's hustle here as he saves to Michael Jordan. Gets the Bulls an opportunity on the break, and Jordan's pass to Harper right on the money. And that precipitates a 20-second timeout called by Philadelphia. Next 7 games coming up on WGN, and these are the next 7 games for the Bulls. New Jersey on Friday. Atlanta, we're looking forward to that one on Saturday. Then Seattle comes in next Tuesday. Indiana, Detroit, Dallas, Toronto. Boy, it's a busy time of year for the Bulls here in the month of March.
Well, they just introduced one of the all-time players here, Andrew Toney, who went under the nickname of the Boston Strangler when he played for the Sixers here. The big matchups all the time with Larry Bird's club. They had Dr. J here.
The early 80s, the Sixers still had a good team here. Lazy pass by Coleman, taken away, knocked down by Wennington. Harper comes up with it, and he is fouled.
Scott Williams
picks up his 4th. Yep.
And they're in trouble now. So Harp involved in the last 2 free throws and then a basket on a breakaway, and Bill Wennington really tapped that ball away. So Harp with 4 points in his quarter.
That was kind of just a lazy pass by Derek Coleman. You know, a pass like that last night in the final minutes at Minnesota,
yes,
was a big nail in the coffin for these 76ers. Let's pause for station identification. Harper 1 out of 2 at the line, and Coleman the rebound. Iverson to Weatherspoon. Iverson draws Jordan now. Watch this.
Big, nice play, but watch out.
Michael right back. Wennington fouled by Weatherspoon.
That was a great
Oh,
play.
wait a minute. They're calling it on Iverson. The baseline official made that call. I thought Weatherspoon over the back, but it was Iverson down low.
His 4th foul.
Oh, yes. That's what they're roaring about, Red.
All right, here's the other play on the other end. He's got Michael one-on-one. He wants to break him down. Michael trying to stay with him here. Very quick move. He goes to left, his right, his left, his right, and he comes up with a jumper. Knocks it down, and Michael tried to retaliate the other end, but Bill Wennington grabbed the ball off the miss.
So Iverson on the bench with 4 personal fouls, and he'll be there a while. 11 for Wennington.
Well, since Tony went down on the injured list, somebody has stepped up off the bench. This time it's Bill Wennington with a dozen. Jason Caffey and Randy Brown, Steve Kerr have been pretty steady. Bill hasn't had an awful lot of chance to play, but tonight he's doing a nice job.
Coleman. Stackhouse feeds Coleman in close. Coleman gets it back. Finally, a foul call down low, and they're going to call Dennis Rodman.
Second, yep. Michael's going to sit down here now with 3:48. So Coleman.
So Randy Brown in for Michael. And Overton is in for Stackhouse. Or I'm sorry, for Iverson. Coleman at the free throw line.
Coleman, big bucks at New Jersey, huh?
Coleman just 2 of 12 tonight, Red, from the field. That's his first point since the first quarter. Huge bucks. 9 for Derek Coleman. I would think his contract is one of the big reasons why he's still here in Philadelphia. He's not very tradable.
Yeah, lack of interest by other teams, you think?
Yep. 10 to go on the shot clock. Pippen from deep. It's his first miss from the arc. Coleman. Yes, and a foul. Score the field goal.
Well, this is what happened. Iverson hadn't scored since the first quarter, and he comes back with 12 points in this quarter, and now Coleman comes with 2 free throws, makes a driving basket here. Bill Wennington's going to pick the foul up. He almost wanted to leave him out there. Was that, they give it to Bill?
No, they gave it to Ron Harper for a push on the drive.
Now Bill Wennington gets the foul.
Yeah, now you've got Bill Wennington on the foul. His third. Scott Williams back at the free throw line.
You got that inside position. You got to make sure you got that guy out of there.
Williams now with 5 points. Former Chicago Bull, undrafted out of North Carolina. Boy, he played a nice role off the bench for the Bulls. 3-peat World Championship teams. Coming up on 3 minutes to go in the third.
We've got a 10-point lead here. Just have taken it easy.
Randy Brown. Coleman. Oh, and Dennis came up and bumped the official at the baseline, but it was unintentional.
Just ran into him they're part of the game, you understand. The ball hits them and goes out of bounds. I mean, but that one was, you're right, very unintentional.
Derek Coleman to the left hand.
He's going to go left. He's going to go left. He's gone twice that way now. And as we said, he started off. He's got 13.
2-point lead, Chicago. Bulls once enjoyed an 11-point advantage in this third quarter. Pippen dealing baseline, double down from Overton. 7 to go on the shot clock. Brown from the outside, on and off. Stackhouse on the run. Harper tipped it from behind, but gets called for the foul on the reach around. Harper's third personal. And we've got a timeout called on the floor. 2:26 to go. Third quarter in Philadelphia. The 76ers have closed the gap on the Bulls. Playing the New Jersey Nets. It's McDonald's Squeeze Bottle Night. First 10,000 fans entering the United Center receive a Bulls Squeeze Bottle. Compliments of McDonald's. Allen Iverson Iverson at times tonight has been dominant, but only at times, like in the first quarter and early in the third. On the bench now with 4 personal fouls. Sixers, nonetheless, without Iverson, are on an 8-0 run in the last minute 30. And Jerry Stackhouse at the free throw line to try to add to it.
Well, the Bulls came in with a 2-point lead at halftime and streaked out to 10 or 11-point lead, and now they've let them right back in here. 22 points apiece for these teams.
Bill Jackson, rather stoic look on the face of the head coach of the Bulls. Stackhouse, as I mentioned, coming off a 34-point performance last night, now has 12 here tonight. Bulls and 76ers tied at 71. Coming up on 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Brown, Harper, Pippen, Wennington, and Rodman on the floor for Chicago. Pippen passes out of a double team. Harper from deep for 3. 8 points for Ron Harper. The Bulls lead by 3. This is Coleman. Gets the step on Wennington, blocked from behind by Scottie. Good change of direction move. Harper again from the corner. Oh, ring it up.
Harper with 11 points in this quarter. Last 2 baskets are threes.
He was only 6 of his last 23 3-point field goal attempts coming into tonight's game. Here tonight, he's registered a pair of trays in this third quarter. 8 to go on the shot clock. Philadelphia. Oh, Davis, great speed, Stackhouse, and a foul. Just a beautiful pass from Mark Davis to Jerry Stackhouse. The foul is on Hart.
He lost him down low coming off that screen. Davis looking for him. Where is he? There he is. He gets loose, and once he gets inside, he just powers it down.
Stackhouse, a real low crouch at the free throw line. Puts in on the free throw. He has 15. 70 seconds to go. Less than 70 seconds to go. Third quarter. Bulls by 3. Wennington flashes at the foul line. Bill Wennington having a fine night with 14 points off the bench. Wennington 5 of 6 shooting from the field. Under a minute to go in the third. Coleman faces Wennington. 10 to go on the shot clock. DC over Wennington. Randy Brown, the rebound, taken away by Scott Williams at a loose ball foul, I believe, called on Williams. It is Scott's 5th personal foul. Ooh. Scott Williams had a nasty night in Minnesota last night. No points, 1 rebound in 15 minutes. Dennis Rodman, meanwhile, in the ball game with 12 rebounds, 3 on the offensive glass. Randy Brown toes the free throw line. Randy Brown, a fine effort last night. 4 of 5 from the field and 10 points. Gets his first point of the night tonight. Jason Campy in for Dennis Rodman. Scott Williams leads. Michael Cage comes on for Philadelphia. They've also brought Rex Walters onto the floor. Kerr comes in for the Bulls. In for Ron Harper. So both teams gearing up with some shooters. Get a couple of quick shots off in the last 40.3 seconds in this third quarter. Randy coaxes a pair. Bulls pressure in the backcourt. Overton to Walters. Kicked by Scottie Pippen out of bounds. Reload the shot clock for the Sixers with 35.2 seconds remaining in the quarter. Walters on the wing. Brown right with him. Coleman looks for Davis across the lane. Tough shot. And a foul coming up. I believe it's on Wennington.
It is.
That's his 4th. Boy, the big people on both sides in foul trouble. Longley and Wennington with 4 apiece. Scott Williams has 4 for Philadelphia.
You wonder with that double why they didn't close off that layup lane and make him kick it way out.
Davis drops in the first. 26.5 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Davis drops in a pair. He's got 6. Some pressure in the backcourt by Philadelphia. Bulls still leading by 5. 1 second difference, shot clock to game clock. Jason Campy on the block against Derek Coleman. Trying to dump it down low to Scottie Pippen, taken away by Davis. Final seconds. Overton on the hustle. Overton the pull-up. And the third period comes to a close. The Chicago Bulls getting some help off the bench from Bill Wennington. 14 points in the game on 5 of 6 from the field. And Chicago leads heading to the fourth, 81-76. Before we get underway in the fourth quarter, let's take a look at tonight's game stats, brought to you by AT&T 1-800-COMPARE. The Bulls doing a pretty good job at the arc tonight. 8 of 14 shooting from the field. They were 2 for 15 last night in Boston from three-point range. Michael Jordan back on. Michael, 16 points so far in the game. Jordan driving on Davis. 10 to go, shot clock.
Oh, Randy was gone down that baseline.
Campy to Jordan. Rodman keeps the possession alive. Iverson gambled there. Randy Brown gets an open look. Brown trying to save, but he stepped on the baseline. Davis has had his team battling back most of the way after leading much of the first half. In the second half, they've been on the downside of the scoreboard for the most part. Biggest lead for the Bulls, 11 points. Philadelphia had a 14-point lead midway through second quarter. Weatherspoon in the lane. Gets the friendly rim. Weatherspoon with 7. His first 2 points since the second quarter. Opening minute, fourth quarter in Philadelphia. Bulls on top by 3. Kerr had to force that when he was fouled, and it's on Davis. First on Mark Davis, first on the team.
I think he was going to kick that ball off to the side, but when he heard that whistle, he redirected it towards the hoop, and he'll shoot a couple of free throws.
Steve Kerr, who suffered a broken nose in New York, kind of laughed it off and said, hey, you know, a couple of years ago I broke it and it was crooked one way, and broke it this time and went back the other way. So all things even out. Miller scoreboard. Utah over New Jersey in the fourth. Washington on top of Vancouver also in the fourth. Indiana leading Atlanta in the fourth period. Atlanta being Chicago on Saturday night. And Orlando has the advantage on Houston second quarter. 2-2 at the line for Steve Kerr. Now has 7 points in the game. Iverson against Randy Brown. Brown bumped him. Randy picks up his first. That's the first on the team. Let's set the lineup for you. Iverson and Walters, the backcourt for Philadelphia. Davis, Weatherspoon, and Michael Cage up front for the 76ers. And the Bulls answer with their small lineup. Brown, Kerr, Jordan. Iverson again for 3. 26 for Iverson. The lineup on the floor for the Bulls up front is completed by Rodman and Jason Campy. Dennis to the left hand, left it short. Michael Cage the rebound. Sixers down by 2.
Whoa, that's pretty close to turning that ball over on a carry, isn't it?
It sure was. Weatherspoon an open look. Michael Cage keeps the possession alive. Iverson for the lead. Cage and a collision. Got a foul coming up on Chicago's Randy Brown. Loose ball foul as Brown went tumbling into Michael Cage. First on Randy, second on the team.
Here's the missed shot here that caused all the problem.
Iverson penetrates in the lane, and we're tied. 28 for Allen Iverson. Just under 10 minutes to go in the game. Things have become altogether too interesting as far as the Bulls and their fans are concerned here. Michael bumped by Davis. Davis on a bit of a push. His second personal, second on the team. Johnny Davis says, hey, man's got to play defense. Bulls and Sixers tied at 83. Michael guarded by Davis. Jordan with his first field goal of the fourth quarter has 18 in the game. Iverson. Rex Walters. Weatherspoon for 2. Dennis rebounds. 14 rebounds for Rodman. Brown on the push. Can't be the tip. First 2 points for Jason Cappy. Bulls by 4. Iverson split 2 defenders and drew a foul on 1. Fouls on Steve Kerr, his second, third of the team.
Number 25, Steve Kerr, that is his second. The team's third.
Third with 8:57 to play. You got to worry about that.
Scottie Pippen back on. Randy Brown leaves. So that moves Michael to the backcourt with Steve Kerr for the Bulls. Stackhouse is back on. Rex Walters leaves for Philadelphia. Iverson backing Kerr. Rodman comes with a double team. Davis tried to dish it to the baseline cage. It was kicked out of bounds off the foot of one of the Bulls. Or off the hoof. 8:45 to go. Bulls lead by 4.
He was on the line. He came out and in.
So quick turnover by the 76ers. Off the bench tonight. Bulls have done a good job. 27 points.
Billy Winnington stepping up with 14, and
he's equaled the entire output of the Philadelphia bench. 8.5 minutes to go. Jason Campy. Turnaround on Weatherspoon. Jordan on the tip. Campy, and got a loose ball foul coming up.
Dennis.
Yes, it is. That's his third. Fourth on the team with 8:23 to go in the game. Dennis pleading his case, but to no avail.
That's what I said. This is something to worry about now, because every foul now is a free throw.
Derek Coleman back into the lineup for Philadelphia. The Sixers have hit 16 of their 21 free throws tonight. Stackhouse. Davis deep, got pushed, and the Bulls bail him out. He had no angle to make a shot.
Nowhere to go. Scottie Pippen on the foul as he got knocked out, and they're in the penalty now.
And again, still over 8 minutes to go in this game. Mark Davis heads to the free throw line. Davis has been the leading contributor off the bench. He has led the bench in scoring 16 times this season. Davis with 6 points here tonight. Davis, with Derek Coleman out, started against the Bulls in Chicago, scored 8 points, had 9 rebounds in the game. 7 for Davis. Luke Longley in. He gets Jason Campy. So Longley, Rodman, Pippen, Jordan, and Kerr on the floor for the Bulls. Davis with 8 points. The Chicago lead is just 2, 87-85. Iverson nearly stole that. Got away with a foul as well. Scottie Pippen lays it on the shot clock. Gets baseline, and the drive-in was held. That was Coleman who grabbed Scottie Pippen. DC picks up his third.
Well, it's only a one-shot foul, and Pip was trying to get that ball off to get to the free throw line. There it is. There's Luke gives it to him, and as he goes by, you said it, he laughed. Coleman just grabbed him.
Non-shooting affair. Michael elevates. Spoon the rebound for Philadelphia. Under 8 minutes to go in the game. Chicago's lead is just 2. Iverson utilizing the screen by Weatherspoon. Good ball movement. Davis for 3. Dennis is there. Bulls by 2. Longley look backdoor, finds Pippen out front. Scottie has shot the ball very well here tonight. 25 for Pip. Chicago by 4. Coleman out on the floor. 13 for Coleman. Again, the Bulls lead sliced to 2. Under 7 minutes to go for the game. Good look. Rodman to Longley for an easy 2. Longley at the back edge or back door of the offense. Great acceleration by Iverson. I thought he stepped out of bounds on the baseline, but not so. Iverson, look at this. Oh, boy. I tell you what, Red, when this kid figures out how to play at this level.
Well, the Bulls' interior defense is terrible. If that was a Knicks game, that kid would have been nailed into the floor. I mean, you can't let a guy come down and do that. You have to go out and take the foul.
Timeout called on the floor by Philadelphia. 6:11 to go for the game. Allen Iverson, 30 points. Michael and the Bulls lead by just 2. For the best selection of Bulls hats, t-shirts, jackets, and other NBA merchandise, visit the official Bulls shops at any one of the Chicagoland, Montgomery Ward stores. Allen Iverson, watch this.
Around Kerr, around Pippen. Now he comes in through the lane, past Jordan, over Rodman, and through Longley. Through the woods to grandmother's house.
Here we go, right. Allen Iverson.
I don't mean to say when he comes down the lane, you got to knock him into the floor, although there are several teams that would do that, but you got to make him know that there's a presence down there. It's not going to be that easy going to the hoop.
Scottie looking on the inbounds to Steve Kerr. Now Luke wanted backdoor and takes the shot instead. Longley now with 2 field goals in the 4th quarter, 10 points in the game. The Bulls again by 4, under 6 minutes to go. The thing we mentioned about Iverson, he's just learning how to play the game on this level. There's a foul by Jordan, but boy, you know, here's a kid, Red, who spent just 2 years at Georgetown, comes into the NBA. He's running the point on an NBA team. He's still learning and evolving as a basketball player on this level. And talking to Frank Hamlin, the Bulls assistant coach who did the scouting on this game, he mentioned the Stackhouse much improved in terms of his floor game from November. And of course, we showed you earlier.
You mean
Iverson. We saw earlier that Iverson on the turnovers has committed a bunch of turnovers in this season, but he's learning on the fly, and boy, I tell you, when his game comes together, he is going to be something else. I mean, there's a lot more that he'll be doing out there in the coming years. Look at this. Knocked it away. Iverson. You know, I just think of Stackhouse, who came in last year as their #1 pick in the backcourt, and Iverson this year. It's a pretty good tandem of guards when they learn how to play together and blend things in for the rest of the team. 7 to go for the Bulls on the shot clock. Michael, oh, beautiful move. Lost Stackhouse completely. 20 for Jordan. Bulls by 4. Derek Coleman. Iverson. 7 to go on the shot clock. Stackhouse blocked by Jordan. Longley to Pippen. Back pass from Michael.
No, that there.
Minutes ago, did that ball go out of bounds?
Yes, off his foot. Pipp put some pressure. Pippen put pressure on him. Witherspoon brought it down, went off his foot and out of bounds. Now he's over with Mark Wunderlich. But DeRosa says, no, I'm right there. I saw it. Watch this. Scottie will reach in here, put a little pressure on.
Ooh, I think it went off Scottie's foot.
You know what?
I think Scottie baited that call. Foul on the baseline called on Stackhouse. And on Stackhouse, only his first, 4th on the team. Timeout called by the Bulls. 4:51 to go here in Philadelphia. It has not been a piece of cake for Phil Jackson and company. They lead by just 4. Ever to see a basketball game in the state of Pennsylvania. Better than 21,000 on hand here in Philadelphia. Now, watch Scottie Pippen.
You be the judge.
Watch this.
Who is it off of here? Well, of course it's off of Witherspoon, isn't it? Let's take another look. There it goes down. Oh, depends on where you're sitting.
Now watch Scottie. There's Scottie. He's already pleading his case.
Yeah, and he got the call.
I didn't know he got a law degree.
There you go.
Under 5 minutes to go now. Bulls on top by 4. Jordan backing Stackhouse. Tough shot. Luke handles the rebound. Michael travel here.
Wanted that first move so badly.
Michael 9 for 23 from the field. Scoring leaders, Scottie Pippen 25 points. 23 which came in the first 3 quarters of the game, and Iverson has been red hot in the second half. This is Iverson against Kerr. Michael. Jordan feeds Pippen.
Oh, no! I thought Pipp was going to hammer that one home, but he went up for the layup, missed it, and who was there? Dennis Rodman.
Michael guarded by Stackhouse. Jordan pitches to Kerr. 4-3.
Off to the left.
Dennis is there again, and the Bulls continue on this possession. Under 4 minutes to go in the game. Bulls by 4. Michael all of a sudden in the 4th quarter can't buy a shot. Scottie Pippen.
Oh, they missed that whole possession. Scottie had 2 ring in.
What did they get? 3 shots after it? 3 or 4 shots on that possession for the Bulls. They come up empty. Iverson penetrates. Iverson finds Davis, and a foul coming up. Don Scottie Pippen, yep, reaching in to knock it away. Pipp's 3rd. Phil Jackson may be wondering if his team has enough left to get it done on this night. 3:30 to go. Again, both teams played last night on the road.
Davis perfect from the line here tonight. He's got 8 points.
Johnny Davis, his team lost a heartbreaker at Minnesota last night. Davis still hasn't missed from the line. The lead is 2 for Chicago. Strap on your seatbelts. Here we go. Kerr bumped by Iverson.
Uh-oh, that's tough for Iverson. That's his 5th.
All right, Red, if you're Johnny Davis, do you take Iverson down now, or do you just go with him as far as you can go?
I think you go with him as far as you go. You're not going to the playoffs. Let's see if you can beat the world champs.
Yes, indeed. I don't think he's going to make a move. Nope. Let Iverson play out the string. Steve Kerr at the free throw line. Kerr has had 12 points in each of the last 2 games. He has 8 points here tonight. The Bulls by 3. He can make it a 4-point advantage. 9 points for Steve Kerr. Iverson. Stackhouse wants to go down low to Derek Coleman.
We'll take a 3.
7 to go on the shot clock. Coleman forces it on Longley. Luke got a piece of it to Michael Jordan. Under 3 minutes.
Luke, run!
For Luke Longley.
Wow.
Yeah, Luke was just galloping instead of running down.
Yeah, Michael was looking for him to just go right to the hoop quietly, but
Scott. Michael back inside of Scottie. Nice dish, Dennis. Tip by
Luke. Nice tip. Luke with a dozen points. 6 in his quarter. Left-handed tip on a miss by Rodman.
The lead now is 6 for Chicago. Iverson clears to Davis. Right back to Iverson. Quick three. Bring it up.
Yes, sir. Good catch, pitch, and catch game there. 35.
Man, oh man, Allen Iverson doing it tonight. Scottie. 8 to go on the shot clock. Pippen the turnaround. Tough shot. 27 from Scottie. The Bulls continue to lead by 5. Iverson guarded by Pippen now. Great move by Iverson. In on Longley. Tipped by Davis. Davis should have been basket interference. None called. Davis has 12. 3-point ball game in favor of the world champs. Pippen back door.
Yes.
Right.
Big time for Pip.
Scottie Pippen has exploded with 2 straight field goals here in the 4th.
Iverson looking to tie his season high. Now to go ahead with that one. No, he doesn't.
Bad shot there, Red. On the drive, Jordan for the monster jam off the heel of the rim. No foul. Everybody on the floor froze for a moment, expecting a foul to be called. None was called. Now they resume.
There it is.
Dash Longley.
Oh no, Dennis!
Oh no. That shot will not.
That was in the hole that time, and Dennis went up and wrapped it on the rim.
Dennis's tip-in will not count. The foul is on Jerry Stackhouse. His second. Michael will go to the line, getting 2.
Here's the play. Luke gets it. Michael on a delayed break. He throws it up. That ball is getting, well,
maybe not.
Looked like it was going in. Anyway, Michael to the line. Misses the first one. Second trip to the line for Michael tonight. He's got 20.
103-98 Chicago. Under a minute to go in the game. For Jordan. Timeout Philadelphia. Well, it has been interesting, not always pretty, but interesting here. Michael not happy with the way his night has gone with 21 points, but the Bulls nonetheless lead by 6. Has had a marvelous night here tonight with 29 points. Iverson has answered and then some. One of his best games of the season. 35 points. Only 3 turnovers for Iverson here tonight. Off the bench, Chicago leads the way with a 9-point advantage. Iverson playing with 5 personal fouls. There's Scottie Pippen. He has come alive in the 4th quarter with 6 fourth-quarter points, and the Bulls have needed every single one of them. This is Iverson, guarded by Kerr. Iverson gets the step in the lane.
He gets the basket, and now he's got a tie on his
career high of 37.
37.
Under a minute to go. Bulls lead by 4. Luke. Nice feed. Michael, he was fouled. I believe Weatherspoon, was that who came over, or no? They're calling it on Derek Coleman. Coleman's 4th personal. Hey, on Tuesday, March 18th, the Bulls will be battling the Seattle Supersonics. Should be a big night at the United Center. It's Miller Static Sticker Night. First 10,000 fans, 21 and over, entering the United Center, receive a Bulls Static Sticker. Compliments of Miller. Michael makes his first. Jordan to give the Bulls a 6-point advantage. 23 for Jordan, 33.2 seconds remaining. It is at least a 2-possession game just for the Sixers to get a tie. They would need 2 trays to tie it. We'll be back for the final 33.2 after these messages. Tries to save, but could not in time, and the Sixers retain possession with 28.9 seconds remaining. Bulls are up by 6. Sixers as a team, the talk from the Philadelphia people here is that this team just hasn't learned how to finish games, especially close ball games. Iverson, my goodness, has he been hot. Stackhouse.
Oh, he traveled on the lane.
And they got a foul coming up. The foul is on Scottie Pippen.
Oh, he went down the lane to the hoop and traveled with that ball, but it put him to the free throw line.
21.6 seconds remaining.
Let's see if he does.
Yep, looks like it.
Stackhouse makes the first free throw. 16 points.
Again, it was Stackhouse with 34 last night. Tonight it's Iverson who's done a number with a career high of 37. 17 now for Stackhouse.
Oh, man.
And a foul on Davis on the inbounds to Pippen.
You know they're going to take the foul right away. You've got to bring Michael back almost in a one-on-one situation, or Steve Kerr. Pippen with 29 points.
And they fouled the guy they wanted to foul, Red. Pippen at 68% from the free throw stripe.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Sure.
You know, you got to sort of bring him away from it. But Pip with 29 points, he's had a good game here tonight. He's what, 1 out of 2 from the free throw line?
Scottie 17 in the first half, 12 here in the second half of the ball game. Bulls lead by 4. Make it 5, 30 for Pippen. Timeout Philadelphia, 20.5 remaining to be played. Sixers are out of timeouts. Bulls trying to hang on here in Philly, leading by 5, 107 to 102. Off one of the big Don Nelson trades. Scottie Pippen has been high point man for the Bulls tonight with 30 points. 20.5 seconds remaining for the 76ers, who trail by 5. Stackhouse fouled by Luke Longley. 18.3 seconds to go, and Luke picks up his 5th personal. Stackhouse will be going to the line. He missed his first free throw tonight and has made 6 in a row since. Stackhouse and Iverson. The Sixers could be well set in their backcourt if these two are able to stay together.
Now watch, let's see what happens. Right away they're going to take a foul, so see if Michael goes to the ball.
Stackhouse makes good on a pair. It's 19. Here's the long lead past Scottie Pippen, and he's fouled by Iverson.
What do you do that for? Michael's right next to him. Michael is absolutely right standing next to him. Now Iverson leads the game. He is fouled out with that play. So maybe that's what gets him. But on the out-of-bounds play, Michael broke and was wide open right in front. All you want to do is kill some time. So Scottie Pippen to the line to shoot 2, and Iverson leaves with a great line, 37 points.
Outstanding performance for Iverson here tonight. At 37 points ties his career high. And Red, it looked to me like his floor game was much improved from what we saw earlier this season. Pippen misses the first of the line.
Got to make this one to make that a good play.
Yes, indeed. 3-point lead for the Bulls. And Pippen does make that important free throw, 31.
No timeouts now, as you mentioned.
Ball knocked away from Coleman, clears to Stackhouse. Time winding down. Jordan takes it away. Michael picks up. Somebody to Scottie, back to Michael, and that will do it. The Bulls have survived more than anything else here in Philadelphia. A strong effort from this young Philadelphia 76ers team, and in particular, Allen Iverson. Iverson tonight played like a veteran. 37 points, but it was the Bulls who had the know-how to win. Watch this. Michael got his body on Stackhouse, knocked the ball away. No foul called in that situation. Michael able to clear to Scottie Pippen. All the while, time winding down on the clock, and finally, all she wrote. The Bulls win it here tonight, 108-104 over the Philadelphia 76ers. Will return to Kerr State Center after these messages. Back at Kerr State Center in Philadelphia, the Bulls hang on and win tonight, 108-104 over the Philadelphia 76ers. And let's take a look at our Southwest Airlines high-flying scores. Scottie Pippen, a marvelous ball game here tonight. 31 points, 8 assists, 12 for 18 from the field to help the Bulls pull this one out. Michael Jordan also had 23 points for the Bulls in the ball game. Interesting game, Red, in that the Bulls did start out rather slow. The Sixers were much quicker in the opening minutes of the ball game. And matter of fact, Philadelphia built a 14-point lead in the second quarter, but the Bulls were able to cut the deficit and, matter of fact, take the lead at halftime, build up an 11-point advantage in the third period themselves before this game really got into a tug of war.
Then the game got to be a 4-point lock by the Bulls. They just kept it up around there. Last couple possessions, they were able to extend it a little bit, and then Iverson fouled out on that long pass down on Scottie. Scottie makes a free throw. I thought it was a nice job by Bill Wennington coming off the bench with the 14 points. He stepped up there. The Bulls had trouble with their bench scoring. Pip with a great game, and Dennis had 17 rebounds tonight.
You know, and the other factor was Allen Iverson. We saw a great young pro, I think, here tonight, Red. I mentioned before, you know, he's scoring 37 points. You say, well, I can't wait to see what happens when this guy figures out how to play the game at this level. But I think you know what I'm talking about. When his floor game comes together, well, tonight it was together. He only had 3 turnovers in the ball game tonight, and really hit big shot after big shot in the fourth quarter of this ball game.
He did. The one thing that you have a problem with is his assist. He's supposed to be helping other guys get shots, and he didn't tonight. He only had 4 assists in there. So he may be a better 2-guard than a point guard.
And one of the factors with this Philadelphia team that locals are talking about here is that this team may have two guards instead of a point guard and a 2-guard. But at any rate, you get a look at the final statistics. The Sixers are one of the better rebounding teams in the NBA. The Bulls did hold an advantage on the boards, although the Sixers did get 17 offensive rebounds. Points off turnovers, certainly a big factor in favor of the Bulls. And this was the largest crowd ever for a basketball game here in Pennsylvania. It breaks the record set by the Bulls and Sixers the last time Chicago was here in Philadelphia. The Bulls win it. They're 55-8 on the season, now 2-1 on the road trip. They win 108-104 over the Philadelphia 76ers. Our next telecast on WGN will be Friday night from New Jersey when the Bulls take on the Nets. Coverage begins at 6:30. Tonight's game was produced by John Walgren, directed by Skip Ellison. Our associate producer, Mandy Cohen. Our graphics operator, Kathy Grimmett. The executive producer of WGN Sports is Bill Borson. For Johnny Wright, Kerr, Wayne Larrabee saying so long from Philadelphia. Stay tuned for WGN News coming up right on time, 9 o'clock Central Time next.